Have you ever noticed how the most rewarding journeys often carry the greatest risks? This paradox becomes especially meaningful after the age of 70, when the wisdom to truly appreciate the world's wonders finally arrives, accompanied by a body more vulnerable to its hazards. There exists a delicate balance between embracing adventure and acknowledging our changing capabilities. The ancient Stoics spoke of this wisdom to recognize what we can control and what we cannot. We cannot control the passage of time or its effects on our bodies, but we can control how we prepare for life's journeys. We'll explore the hidden dangers that many seniors discover only when it's too late, and the timeless wisdom that can help you avoid them. Welcome. I'm Vernon, and today we're addressing a topic of critical importance for anyone over 70 who still yearns to explore this beautiful world. As we get older, many of us finally have the time, freedom, and resources to travel to see the world, check off long-awaited bucket list destinations, and create new memories. Traveling after 70 can be one of life's greatest joys, a time when you finally have the freedom, resources, and perspective to fully appreciate new experiences. Yet it also brings unique risks that, if not properly addressed, can transform a dream vacation into a nightmare. In this video, you'll discover the 5 most dangerous and often overlooked risks of traveling after age 70. Most importantly, you'll learn how to prepare for them, so your journeys remain sources of joy rather than regret. And just wait until we get to danger number 3, which quietly drains your energy, weakens your immune system, and even increases your chances of falling ill or getting injured on the road. Understanding this changed how I plan every trip, and it's made travel not only safer, but so much more enjoyable. If you've ever returned from a trip feeling more exhausted than energized, this section is going to be a game changer. If you find value in this wisdom, please subscribe to our channel and share this video with a fellow traveler in your life. Now, let's begin with the first hidden danger. The first and most severe risk for senior travelers is experiencing a health emergency far from your trusted medical providers and familiar healthcare system. At home, you know exactly where to go and who to call. Your medical history is readily available, and your insurance coverage is clear. But when you're thousands of miles away, everything changes. Consider my friend James, a 74-year-old retired professor who experienced chest pains during a Caribbean cruise. The ship's medical facility lacked proper diagnostic equipment, and due to rough seas, a helicopter evacuation was delayed for hours. By the time he reached the hospital, precious time had been lost. The wisdom here lies not in avoiding travel, but in thorough preparation. Here's what the wisest senior travelers do differently. First, they schedule a comprehensive pre-travel medical checkup at least 1 month before departure. This allows time to address any emerging concerns before they become emergencies abroad. Second, they carry detailed medical information in both digital and physical formats, including a list of all medications with generic names, their medical history in simple, clear language, emergency contact information, insurance details and policy numbers. Third, and this is critical, they purchase comprehensive travel medical insurance with evacuation coverage. Standard health insurance, including Medicare, rarely provides adequate coverage abroad. The wisest seniors view this not as an optional expense, but as essential protection. As an 85-year-old world traveler I met on a trip to Thailand told me, the $250 she spent on travel insurance saved her $75,000 when she needed emergency surgery in Thailand. It was the best investment she made on her trip. Have you ever experienced a health scare while traveling, or do you have any personal tips for staying healthy on the road after 70? I'd love to hear your stories or advice in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else travel safer and smarter. The second hidden danger involves something invisible, yet potentially devastating: exposure to unfamiliar pathogens and infections. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught us, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters. This wisdom is particularly relevant when considering the heightened vulnerability of our immune systems after age 70. As we age, our body's natural defenses weaken through a process immunologists call immunosenescence. This means that infections that might be merely inconvenient for a younger traveler, but can become serious, even life-threatening, for someone over 70. Elizabeth, a vibrant 76-year-old, learned this lesson during what should have been a routine trip to Southeast Asia. She was careful about the food she ate, she explained, but she didn't think twice about the ice in her drinks or the fresh salad at a reputable restaurant. Within 24 hours, she was severely dehydrated from foodborne illness, requiring hospitalization and missing half her planned activities. Ancient travelers understood the dangers of unfamiliar environments. Marco Polo, who journeyed along the Silk Road well into his later years, carefully adopted local practices for food preparation and water purification. Today's wise senior travelers take these specific precautions. They strengthen their immune systems before traveling through proper nutrition, adequate sleep, and stress management. Some consult their physicians about immune-boosting supplements appropriate for their specific health conditions. They are meticulous about hand hygiene, carrying alcohol-based sanitizers and using them frequently, especially in crowded transportation hubs. They research destination-specific health risks and get appropriate vaccinations well in advance, ideally 4 to 6 weeks before travel, to allow time for the body to develop immunity. They are cautious with food and water, following the old traveler's wisdom. Boil it, cook it, peel it, or forget it. This age-old advice remains remarkably effective. And perhaps most importantly, they wear high-quality masks in crowded, enclosed spaces like airplanes and tour buses, a practice that gained wider acceptance after the global pandemic, but has always been wise for vulnerable travelers. What precautions do you take to protect your immune system when traveling to unfamiliar places, especially as we get older? Share your habits or lessons learned in the comments. Your tips could make a big difference for fellow senior travelers. The third danger is one that many seniors severely underestimate until they experience it firsthand: the profound physical toll that travel takes on the aging body. For senior travelers, this means honestly acknowledging our changing stamina and adjusting our expectations accordingly. Unlike younger travelers who may bounce back quickly from jet lag, long flights, and packed itineraries, our bodies after 70 require more recovery time. Ignored, this reality can lead to exhaustion that compromises both health and enjoyment. My wife and I, both in our mid-70s, planned what we called their dream European tour, 6 cities in 2 weeks. By the third day, I was completely exhausted. My legs ached from walking on cobblestone streets, my back hurt from carrying luggage, and I found myself too tired to enjoy the sights I'd waited a lifetime to see. By the time my body adjusted to the new time zone, it was already time to move to the next destination. I returned home, needing a month to recover from his vacation. The wisdom here isn't about traveling less, but traveling differently. Consider how indigenous elders in nomadic cultures traveled at a measured pace, with adequate rest, and with profound awareness of their body's signals. The wisest senior travelers have learned to plan itineraries with rest days built in. Ideally, 1 full day of rest after every 2 to 3 Dalton's ones of activities. These aren't wasted days, but essential recovery periods that ensure you can fully enjoy the remainder of your trip. Choose accommodations thoughtfully, prioritizing comfort and location over savings. A well-located hotel reduces transit time and allows for midday rest periods. Consider the timing of flights carefully, avoiding early morning departures and red-eye flights that disrupt your sleep cycle. Pack as lightly as possible, using luggage with excellent wheels, and don't hesitate to arrange for porter services or assistance. Perhaps most importantly, they've learned to say no to overscheduled tour packages designed for younger travelers. Instead, they focus on fewer destinations, experienced more deeply. True travelers seek depth of experience, not merely a longer list of places visited. After 70, this wisdom becomes not just philosophical but practical. If you've found effective strategies for managing travel fatigue, please share this video with others who might benefit from these insights. The fourth danger, and one that can have life-altering consequences, is the dramatically increased risk of falls in unfamiliar environments. The ancient Greek physician Hippocrates observed that walking is man's best medicine. Yet for seniors, walking in unfamiliar surroundings brings significant hazards that require careful navigation. As we age, changes in balance, muscle strength, and reflexes make falls more likely. When these natural changes meet unfamiliar environments, dimly lit staircases, uneven cobblestone streets, slippery bathroom floors, or moving ship decks, the risk multiplies dramatically. Linda, a 78-year-old avid traveler, experienced this firsthand during a trip to Italy. She was admiring the architecture in Florence when she misjudged a step on a dimly lit side street. What would have been a minor stumble in her younger years resulted in a broken hip that required emergency surgery in a foreign country. Her recovery took months, and the fall permanently affected her mobility. If she had known the risk, she would have been more cautious and used a walking stick for stability, especially in the evenings, she reflected. The wisdom here comes from understanding that caution is not the opposite of adventure. It's what makes adventure possible as we age. The wisest senior travelers take these precautions. They choose destinations with accessibility in mind, researching accommodations for elevators, grab bars, and other safety features. They pack proper footwear designed for stability and support, even if it means sacrificing some fashion for function. They use walking aids without hesitation. A collapsible walking stick can provide crucial extra stability without significant inconvenience. They're particularly vigilant in high-risk situations like bathrooms, especially unfamiliar hotel bathrooms, dimly lit areas, wet or uneven surfaces. And while embarking or disembarking from transportation, they maintain awareness of their energy levels, recognizing that fatigue significantly increases fall risk. For senior travelers, this means beginning with small, manageable journeys and gradually expanding your comfort zone as you develop strategies that work for your specific needs. Remember that a moment of caution can preserve a lifetime of independence. Have you found effective ways to reduce fall risks while traveling? Share your wisdom in the comments below. The fifth and final danger may seem less dramatic than health emergencies or falls, but it can be equally devastating. The hidden financial risks that many senior travelers discover only after a crisis occurs. For senior travelers, financial preparation before departure is not just prudent, it's essential for peace of mind and protection. George, a 76-year-old retiree, planned meticulously for a month-long stay in a tropical destination. He researched accommodations, activities, and local customs, but he assumed his regular health insurance and credit card travel benefits would cover any emergencies. When a sudden illness forced him to cancel the second half of his trip and seek medical care. He discovered his insurance covered only a fraction of his costs abroad, and his credit card benefits had significant limitations he hadn't understood. What should have been a $12,000 dream vacation became a $35,000 financial burden. The wisdom here lies in understanding that financial protection requires specific, intentional preparation. The wisest senior travelers protect themselves by purchasing comprehensive travel insurance that specifically includes coverage for pre-existing conditions, trip cancellation and interruption, emergency medical treatment, and medical evacuation. They carefully read the fine print regarding coverage limits and exclusions, understanding exactly what their existing health insurance will and won't cover abroad. For Americans, it's critical to know that traditional Medicare generally provides no coverage outside the United States, creating a detailed budget that includes a substantial emergency fund for unexpected situations. Using secure payment methods and taking precautions against the scams that often target senior travelers, such as fake vacation rentals, overpriced taxi services, and fraudulent free offers. Keeping digital and physical copies of all important documents, including insurance policies, contact information, and proof of payments. If travel insurance or other financial precautions have helped you during a trip, please share your experience. Your insight could save someone else from a costly mistake. As we conclude our exploration of the 5 hidden dangers of traveling after 70, remember that wisdom lies not in avoiding adventure, but in pursuing it mindfully. Travel in our golden years can be among life's richest experiences if we approach it with both enthusiasm and preparation. By understanding and preparing for these 5 hidden dangers, health emergencies away from home, increased vulnerability to infections, the profound toll of travel fatigue, heightened fall risks in unfamiliar settings, and financial vulnerabilities and insurance gaps, you can protect yourself while still embracing the joy of discovery that travel brings. Remember that preparation is not the opposite of spontaneity. It's what makes spontaneity possible as we age. The most fulfilling journeys balance adventure with wisdom, excitement with precaution. If you found value in these insights, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming video. Your comments and experiences also help build our community of wisdom, so please share your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, share this video with others who might benefit from these insights. Until our next exploration together, travel wisely, travel joyfully, and remember, the best journeys are those that bring you home safely, enriched by new experiences, rather than burdened by preventable hardships.